Hi, everybody. This is Saad. I just returned from a trip to Florida, and so I thought I would briefly make a few comments about some of the events that unfolded on my trip. Number one, uh, we were invited, we meaning my family and I, my wife and kids, uh, and yours truly were invited to an event where Dave Rubin was going to appear. This was last Tuesday. And when we got to the event, packed with people, we were shocked to see that no one was wearing a mask. Everybody was on top of each other. No one was wearing a mask. And everywhere you looked, it's as if COVID never happened. Now, for us, it was quite jarring because we come from the dictatorship of Canada, where until recently, this is literally true, the Quebec government had a mandate, where a curfew whereby after 10 o'clock at night you weren't allowed to walk your dog alone outside. This was until recently. On the other hand, in Florida, everybody is walking around as if COVID never existed. So apparently the epidemiology of the virus is such that in Florida, uh, people live under one reality, and in Quebec, it's a completely different reality. So that's the first comment that I'm going to make. Incidentally, the following evening on last Wednesday was the start of an event hosted by Hillsdale College. They invited me to deliver a talk on Thursday of last week. Well, on Wednesday, Governor Ron DeSantis spoke uh, at an event. I mean, at that event, uh, very commonsensical things that he was saying. Very much enjoyed his talk. Then there was a little exchange between him and the president of Hillsdale College, Larry Arnn. And then the following day, I delivered my talk. Big audience. It went really well. People were very, very warm and appreciative of my message. I had a chance to also chat briefly with the president of Hillsdale College, Larry Arnn. Lovely guy. Chatted a bit with his wife, uh, and my family was also there. Uh, I thought Hillsdale College was just unbelievable in terms of how gracious, and their hospitality was just astounding. It's been almost 30 years that I've been a professor. I've been invited by, many individuals and many institutions, most of whom have been lovely and gracious, but none have come close to the hospitality that Hillsdale College provided us with. I mean, truly just unbelievable. And as many of you know, in chapter one of The Parasitic Mind, I talk about my two life ideals that drive the trajectory of my life are truth and freedom. And I just found out that the motto of Hillsdale College is pursuing truth and defending liberty. So a true complicity in terms of my values and theirs. So it was really wonderful to get to know uh, the college a bit better, interact with some of the people at the college. I knew of Hillsdale College a bit via. I know that Victor Davis Hanson is linked with them, and he was a recent guest on my show. I just posted our chat last week before leaving to Florida. So I had certainly heard of Hillsdale College, but to now be invited to one of their events and interact with them, they really are doing some great things. So you might want to be checking them out, if because I think if you appreciate the message that I defend, that I espouse, you might find that uh, the values that Hillsdale holds dear might be ones that you also want to support. So that's point two. So first, Florida, two, Hillsdale College, and number three, yesterday I sorry if I'm squinting, the looking at the the green dot and so on, it hurts my eyes, and it's been a long day. Uh, Yesterday, I had the pleasure of appearing on Tucker Carlson's long form show. As some of you know, he's got, of course, his cable show, his television show, uh, which I've appeared last October. But the show that we taped yesterday, this is his long form show, where we get a chance to sit down and get into some meaty conversations over 1 hour. He was incredibly gracious and charming and warm. Really, just a lovely guy. My family got a chance to meet him. My kids. He was very, very playful with them and very warm. And so I shared that with my followers on social media, and I was shocked to see that some folks were very angry at me for associating with Tucker. Tucker is a Russian asset. He's a genocide guy. He's supporting the killing of Ukrainians. And I was surprised to see one of my cousins, who is my closest childhood friend, decided to publicly rebuke me because, he's my dad. And he's speaking to his 5-year-old son. I think his exact tweet was something to the effect of, "Really? Shame on you. How low can you go?" or something to that effect. Not a good idea to come after me in this way. I decided to be somewhat restrained in my response to my cousin, if only because I actually honor and cherish our shared childhood. But one wants to be careful when coming after me, because my kindness is not infinite. And if you decide that you're going to violate certain codes of etiquette, then all bets are off. So for now, I'll hold my tongue, but I'll just simply mention that this demonstrates to you what happens to people who are so parasitized by political tribalism, right? Sons and fathers, decide that they're no longer going to speak to each other because they have political disagreements. Mothers and daughters and siblings will no longer speak to each other because one supported Trump, the other didn't. This is really not the way you want to be building relationships with people. As I explain in the Parasitic Mind, friendships and relationships, if they are meaningful, must be anti-fragile. We need to be able, if we are true friends, if we truly are dignified people, to have disagreements on consequential issues and yet still come out with our relationships intact. If you can't do that, then that relationship is not worth having, right? Mieux vaut être seul que mal accompagné. Better to be alone than poorly accompanied, as I explained in the Parasitic Mind. So very disappointing to see this behavior of my cousin, but I'm not surprised because I've long known that he is someone who has been bitten by the ultra elitist, highfalutin, progressive parasite, and so he doesn't look too well on us great unwashed who have as cohorts Russian assets like Tucker Carlson. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, cousin, but Tucker Carlson is a truly lovely guy, and I'm delighted that I've had a chance to meet with him. He's got a great and powerful platform. He speaks his mind. He's irreverent. He can't be bullied. And those are traits that one should condone in a free society. And we should certainly not be ostracizing family members because they actually chose to speak with someone with whom we disagree politically. So shame on you, cousin, for exhibiting the types of instincts that are perfectly in line with the authoritarianism that you so seem to despise in Putin. You're just a little Putin. So there you have it, folks. Some family squabbles, Florida and no masking, wonderful college in Michigan, Hillsdale College, the charming Tucker Carlson. It was a great trip, got a bit of a tan. I think I might have put on a pound or two. I'm not sure. I did train very, very assiduously because I was worried about putting on any weight, but the diet was certainly not going well when I was in Florida. Tried to limit the damage. I'll go now on a diet for 3 or 4 days to see if I can create homeostasis again in terms of my caloric intake and exercise and so on, and then I'll weigh myself and I'll be posting the results. I hope I don't see anything more than 1 or 2 pound gain. So there you have it, folks. Hope that your week's been going well. If you appreciate what I do, please consider supporting this channel in any way that you can. There are many donation platforms that you can use to contribute. There's also a icon at the bottom of below the YouTube clip, the heart icon that you can press. So you can share the clips, you can press like, you can subscribe to the channel. So there are many, many things that you can do to show your support. Thank you all, and many, many thanks to all the people who write to me, many of whom, unfortunately, I don't have an opportunity to write back to just because of the volume of messages that I receive, but I do try to read everybody's messages. So thank you. 99% of the people are lovely. The 1%, hey, I'm sorry we don't agree on some of the things that we disagree on, but hopefully you can erase the hate from your heart. I'm not worthy of your hate. I'm certainly only doing things to try to improve the ecosystem of ideas. There you have it, folks. Talk to you soon. Cheers.